friends, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Fran of Frantastic Pins, and today is a very exciting day because we have a special pin tag that we are participating in. So without further ado, let's get into it. So for those of you who are returning subscribers, welcome back as always, my friends. As you can tell, I'm wearing ears for the first time in forever, other than I think I wore Christmas ears. I'm not sure. Mom brain. Anyways, if you're new here, welcome. On this channel, we love to talk about Disney pins and Disney things. A lot of pins lately because we just had a baby and we have a ton of pin mail coming in, but hopefully in the future we'll be doing some more Disney related things outside of pins. But anyways, thanks for stopping by. As I shared in the intro, we're doing a pin tag today, and it's a Super Bowl pin tag hosted by Kelly and Brayden over at Magical Disney Pals. I was very nervous about committing to a pin tag because I've just been having so much trouble filming, editing, and uploading in a timely manner because, hi, first baby. So hopefully this makes it up on my channel in time. Thank you, Kelly and Brayden, for inviting me to join this pin tag. Without further ado, let's dive into the prompts. All right, so there are 11 prompts, all related to football, Super Bowl lingo. I'm gonna preface you with this. I don't really follow football intensely, so there are a lot of these phrases where I had to look up why they chose that phrase, but with each pin prompt related to football or the Super Bowl, we had to find a pin in our collection that applies to that prompt. So there are 11 prompts, so I have 11 pins to share with you today. Let's go. They're all here on this pin board. I have pre-selected them to share with you guys. Prompt number 1 is called Tailgate, show a food pin. So you might have seen this recently on my channel if you've been watching videos, but the pin I selected is from Disney Studio Store Hollywood, and this one is of the Pizza Planet pizza pins. So these came out, I think, at D23. This is a slider pin, and it's got the little green alien from Toy Story. It says Pizza Planet, and then the pizza is a sliding element of the pin, which is super cool. And this pin is limited edition of 500, as you can see right there, and we've got the DSSH stamping on the back, so that's really cool, and that is pin number 1 for today. Prompt number 2 I struggled with a little bit. It's called Coin Toss, show a coin pin, and I don't think I own any pins that are of a coin, so I just picked a pin that looked like a coin. I also wanted to flex a little bit because this is one of my favorite pins in my collection and one of the first pins I ever owned. And so we have this pin from the Pixar Studio Store, and it's obviously not a coin, but it looks like a coin because it's nice and round. But as you can see, we've got Pixar, we've got the lamp and the Pixar ball, and I did get this at the studio store when I visited in 2004 or something like that. I got to visit the store, and this is also limited edition of 400, silver plated 1 pin post. So one of the very first pins to start off my collection, and it will never leave my collection because I love Pixar and I love the fact that I got to actually visit the studios and purchase this from the store directly. Prompt number 3, flag, show a flag or country pin. So I kind of bent this one a little bit too because I don't really collect actual country flags, but again, also from my Pixar collection, I chose the Cars 2 marquee, and so as you can see, we've got the flags, the race flags from when you race on the racetrack. So I thought that was a fun little twist. I really love my Pixar marquee collection, obviously not complete, but as you can see, this pin is limited edition of 300 from the Disney Studio Store in Hollywood, 2 pin posts, silver plated, and this released when DSSH was actually still called the Soda Fountain store, so that's how old that one is. Prompt number 4, red zone, show a red pin. So that's again from my Pixar collection. Man, I didn't realize I picked so many things from my Pixar collection. This one also released at Disney Studio Store. No, It released at D23, but is also from Disney Studio Store Hollywood. This is the Pixar cutie of Panda May from Turning Red. So not only is she actually red, but it's from the movie Turning Red, so I thought that was cute. Here is the pin on its backer card. She's one of the first cuties I've owned. Cuties are really hard to come by, and I was able to get a really good deal on this one. So there we go. And she is limited edition of 300, gold plated, 2 pin posts. Prompt number 5, pick 6, show a character from the Sensational 6. So obviously this is not gonna be a Pixar pin. We are going with this beautiful hidden Mickey pin before they became hidden Disney pins. These are pins that you find at the parks when you trade with cast members. And this one I thought would be a great one for this pin prompt. It's of Mickey as a conductor, and we've got like a nice little instrument behind him. You've got the hidden Mickey emblem right there, and then it is 1 pin post, part of one of the hidden Mickey sets, and the rest of the Sensational 6 I think are the other pins, but of course I had to choose the leading man, Mickey Mouse himself. Beautiful pin. All right, number 6, secondary, show a sidekick pin. So I chose one of my favorite sidekicks, or actually one of my and Jacob's favorite sidekicks, and it is Pascal. This pin I believe I got from our friends over at Crack and Trade. I do have an affiliate link in my bio, so if you do shop from them and you use that link, it does support the channel. Shameless plug. Anyways, here's the pin. It's actually pretty large. So here's my hand, right? A lot bigger than that hidden Mickey pin, and it's of Pascal hanging on the lantern. I think it's super cute. We got the sun is like a glittery gold. It's gold plated, 2 pin posts. It is a LOUNGEFLY, which is why you have that like crown. Limited edition of 600. There you go. I don't know if Crack and Trade still has any of this pin in particular. All right, moving right along. Number 7, by week, show a pin of relaxation. This pin I am pretty sure is a scrapper, but it's in our collection because it's one of the first pins that Jacob and I traded for in the parks when we first started getting into pin trading, and it was before we knew what scrappers were, what fakes were, and we were in Disneyland Anaheim and saw this Orange Bird pin and thought it would be cool to trade for it because Orange Bird is like the Orlando, you know what I mean? So we'll never trade this away, and I really don't want to throw it away because even though it might be fake and it might be a scrapper, it's still like nostalgic for us because it's like when we first started pin trading. So anyways, here's Orange Bird relaxing on what looks like a beach chair. Yeah, and it's supposed to be a hidden Mickey. I don't know if it's like legit, but here's the back. I really don't think it's legit, but I'm not gonna put this back in circulation, but it is part of our collection, and no shame in the game, right? We all started somewhere. It's our humble beginnings, and I'm not afraid to own that, own that pin. All right. Number 8 is wild card, show one of your least favorite pins. So it's hard because I feel like if I don't like a pin, I wouldn't own it, but I wanted to do a video on this pin series because I have thoughts about it. I'm sure everyone does, but this is of the Disneyland Resort posters series that released last year, 2022. I did want to complete that set, but the latter half of the year's pins were like meh. So these are one of those pins that I feel meh about, but I am gonna keep it because I want to keep the set complete. So that pin is of Pinocchio's Daring Journey, and yeah, I mean, I don't really have much to say about it. It's just my least favorite pin in this pin set and of all the pins I own, but I'm gonna keep it. It is limited edition of 2000, silver plated, 2 pin posts. It will go in that Disneyland posters collection, which I will do a separate video of with all my thoughts and closer looks at everything that released. Number 9 is Touchdown Celebration. Show a pin, or show a dancing pin or motion sliding movement pin. So I did both. It's a dancing pin and it's a sliding pin. This one is of Tiana and Naveen. You can see that they're dancing, and they also slide left and right on the pin as well. It is a slider pin. It's from LOUNGEFLY Box Lunch, and I really like this pin. It's screen printed on the bottom pin, but then it's enamel on the top pin where it's Naveen and Tiana. And this is the back of the pin. Funko LOUNGEFLY started doing this thing of like making pins with recycled metal, which is really cool. And so that's why that's the backing, or that's the stamping on the back, but it is still a legit Disney copyrighted pin. So it is tradable, but I'm not trading it away. All right, y'all, time for the heavy hitters. This last 2 prompts. Prompt number 10 is Hail Mary. This could go either way. Show the worst or best deal you paid for a pin. So kind of twisting the rules here because I didn't pay for this pin. I did trade it, but it was one of the best deals, one of the best trades I've ever made, because I traded this profile for a profile that I was able to get through my pin plug. So obviously paid a pretty decent price for that profile. I think it was the Genie profile, and then I used the Genie profile to trade for this profile, which is a profile that I would have never paid actual money for. So let me stop talking. It's of Moana, y'all. I have the Moana profile. I just own a princess profile. What? I own a princess profile? Yes, this is the best deal ever. Best trade I've ever made. Here's a closer look at it. Let me just give you some time to soak it all in. Love it so much. And it is a Walt Disney Imagineering exclusive, so it does release to employees only, but obviously like profiles have been in circulation for a while. This is limited edition of 250, silver plated, 2 pin posts. I love it so much. It's one of my most favorite pins, and that's why I wanted to show it off to you guys today. All right, last but not least, prompt number 11 is the GOAT, the greatest of all time. Show your all-time favorite pin. So again, obviously the Moana pin would have been one of those pins. Also that Pixar Studio Store pin is probably one of my most favorite pins. But for the sake of this pin prompt, I did choose another Grail. And this pin I actually purchased at a pretty good price and then traded it away and then wanted it back. So now that's how you know when you really love something. You let it go and then you realize, what was I thinking? That pin, that is my GOAT pin, is the WDI Ariel Ocean Exit dress. So as you can see, her entire Ocean Exit dress is glittery. This is a Walt Disney Imagineering pin, and it came in a set of all of Ariel's dresses and outfits, and I do actually have that set right here, showing it off on my clamshell. So Ocean Exit does belong here, but I put on the pin board so that it was easy for me to show you guys. But yeah, look at this beauty. She's amazing. I traded her away, or I think I like sold her before her prices climbed, and then when her prices climbed I had major regrets and I wish I kept it. So then, you know, through trading and purchasing other pins, I was able to trade for this again, and I'm glad that she's back in my collection. She's home forever. This is a pin set I will never break apart. So here's the back of the pin with the WDI Sorcerer Mickey hat stamping. You could see, oh, I'm showing it to you upside down. You could see here it's a Walt Disney Imagineering exclusive limited edition of, is it 250? Yep, limited edition of 250 and silver plated, 2 pin posts. She's gonna go back into this backpack after this video. But that is all for this video. I feel like I talked so much, so thanks if you're still here at the end of this pin tag video. Thank you for sticking around. As is the pin tag tradition, we do have to tag a few other channels. A lot of channels that are in the pin tag are linked down below. They're all people I might have tagged in this pin tag, so I'm gonna go ahead and tag 2 or 3 other channels. No pressure for you guys to do it, but you know, these are channels I love that I did not see in the list of participants. So I'm gonna tag Brandon and Heidi over at It's Always Sunny. I'm gonna tag the Leffersons because I know they also just had a baby, so I feel somehow like super connected to them, even though I know they're like loved by so many. And then I'll also tag Magically Mickey and More. I know they also just got married, so there's like a lot of celebrating going on, and I just want to celebrate those three channels and tag them to do this pin tag. I love each of those channels. I love y'all couples. Thank you for being such amazing people in the YouTube Disney community. Why is this turning into like an award speech? Anyways, be sure to check out Kelly and Braden's channel if you haven't already. They're linked down below, as well as all the other participating channels. If you want to participate in the pin tag, I tag you. Go ahead and do the pin tag. Can't wait to see what's in your collections. Can't wait to see how the Super Bowl pans out. Thanks for watching as always, my friends. It's good to see you. Don't forget to hit subscribe if you haven't already, the bell icon so you'll know next time we post, because it is pretty sporadic lately, but it's been great to see you. I hope to see you at the next video. Until then, my friends, have a fantastic day.